My name is Beverley. I'm from Australia, and I have positions at the university, at Queensland University of Technology. Since 1990, when Australia did its first inventory, I've been involved in accounting for greenhouse gases for the land sector. So, it's something that I'm very interested in, and my university group is also strongly interested in the same sort of areas. For instance, using flux towers to try to find a cost-effective way to monitor soil carbon at a project scale, at a farm scale. So that's some of the things I'm involved in. I'm one of the vice chairs, helping to produce technically sound documents that can be published, and to also support the communication issues that the STC can provide. So both on a personal basis and as part of the combined work of the committee. $1,500 billion metric tonnes of carbon is held in the top metre of soils. Perhaps 40 to 60% of that carbon has been lost since we started managing soils for agriculture and forestry, and that by recognising there's a potential to restore some of the lost carbon, there is a huge sink. Obviously, the initiative identified that 0.4% increase per year globally in soil carbon stocks would help to offset a large part of the emissions from industrial sources. But there's also a strong recognition that that's not a uniform, achievable goal across the planet. It's going to vary regionally. You think of some of the areas where I've worked in arid and semi-arid rangelands in Australia, where the annual rainfall might be something less than 300 millimetres a year, and it's highly variable from year to year. And the soils are old and weathered and nitrogen poor. It's not going to be possible to achieve 0.4% per year. But some of the research indicates that, perhaps 0.1% or even less might be achievable. And over large areas, that is still a significant contribution to reducing the atmospheric carbon dioxide. By raising awareness, we can achieve large amounts of sequestration, and even reducing the rate of loss, even raising awareness so that management of soils results in a decline in the loss that's occurring in some regions, and helps to restore the productivity and the soil health. And importantly, it can also contribute to other goals like food security, like improving the resilience to future climate change. And that's one of the issues that farmers that I speak to are finding, that there are benefits that provide perhaps more than what they thought they would, and more than might be received from crediting in a formal way the offsets that soil carbon provides. So maintaining a cover on the soil is absolutely crucial. In grazing, you don't graze the grasses down to the ground. Incorporating legumes and mixed species into pastures are able to build soil carbon quite substantially. There is one project that has received credits from doing that in a pasture situation, where they've changed to mixed species, highly productive soils with some reduction in stocking, but still producing livestock on that soil, but have seen very big increases in vegetation cover and in the health of the soil and in the production of their cattle. The STC does have a role, a catalyst for action, if you like, through increasing confidence in the information that's available. The members of the STC have to engage in the scientific community, but also have to engage in the communication efforts to a whole range of stakeholders, to farmers, to governments, and to industry as well. I think it's indisputable now that climate change is an important issue for all people in all countries. I would encourage everyone to not lose sight of the need to decrease emissions, but to recognise about what can be done through agriculture to contribute to reducing the risk of climate change that's here with us now and destined to become worse, I'm afraid.